I think I have about 10 minutes to share with you what we are going to announce. And then I will also take this opportunity to summarize what we have discussed this morning. And along the way, I'll be sharing story of 3 companies. Don't worry, it'll be less than 10 minutes all in all. So today, the topic is about disrupt or be disrupted. Which one are you? I think the answer could be quite obvious based on the response given by the audience today. We always look at disrupt or disrupted as somebody else's business. It's nothing to do with us, but we know that it's not true. Today, the session that we have here is for us to understand what is happening around us and how do we react to the changing world, the fast changing world that we are witnessing, flying by in front of our eyes. Harish and Jordan talk a lot about that. So today is not a discussion about technology. It's not discussion about certain innovative solution. It's actually about our business, about your business. Do you have to take action about the business? Do you want to be disrupted or be disrupted? There was 4 was mentioned. I just want to relate some story. Early this year, January, in Davos, World Economic Forum, I think half of the room has heard of this as well. They were talking about in 4 to 5 years' time, about 5 million jobs will disappear, displaced, replaced, because it's no longer required by human being to do that. And we are talking about 4 to 5 years is actually not a long time. And it can happen faster than that. That is one. And a lot of the time we also hear developed country blaming the developing world for taking the job away from them. That's why it's very famous protectionism coming back. But little do they know that in the United States alone, if let's say there are 100 jobs disappear from the United States, only 20 get transferred to other parts of the world, like Malaysia, like Philippines, like India. 80 of the jobs disappear not because of anyone else, but because the technology has taken over. But it's easy to say that it's somebody else who caused me my problem, right? It's easy to point fingers. Again, I'm quoting example, you say it's WEF, it's United States. But just look at ourselves, our own business. The disruption is something that is caused by a force that is beyond any individual, any organization. And we have to take notice. We have to do something about it. So, if you don't want to be disrupted, then you need to disrupt, like what was said by Rafizal just now. And today in this room, we know that we have people from a different background and at different stage of your digital journey. Of course, coming from MDEC, we are trying to let you understand why we are doing this, and at the same time, more important is how we can work with you to start the digital transformation journey. We are very fortunate that perhaps half of you in this room has already been convinced and has started it. And some of you are looking, the fact that you have decided to spend half a day with us, meaning you are curious, you want to know about it. And we hope that at the end, later, you will let us know that yes, you signed up for it, you want to be part of it. I know you'll be laughing at this. I thought I want to show, this is my first story. Everybody knows Jack Ma. So the reason why I'm putting this up is 20 years ago, a school teacher who was an English subject school teacher heard about the term internet. I think we all know that China, very close community, internet is not welcome, but he saw the opportunity. I think the important thing is that, do you have the ability to foresee the undiscovered future needs? And he saw it. People may be laughing at him. He failed several times, but he persevered, he moved on. And today, of course, Alibaba is a $28 billion company. Last year he was the richest man, today he's the second richest man in China, but that's beside the point. I think what is important is the ability to see the opportunity and do something about it. And that is what we want everybody to also think about. It can be something that born out of your current business. He started with the internet opportunities. But today we know that Alibaba's value is in the platform. A lot of people don't see it. When you look at Alibaba, you still think of the November 11 sales. You still think about e-commerce. They are not just e-commerce company. E-commerce is just a starting point. They have grown beyond internet. Gone beyond e-commerce. They are a platform that multiplies its value every time there's opportunity that come on board. And the clever way of using technology. How many people knows that they are one of the largest data analytics company with their own engine and use it to the fullest of driving their business forward? So this morning, Harish talked about data. I think Jordan touched a bit on data as well. Always remember, data is new currency. Jack Ma, a few months ago, announced that, no, we are not a e-business company. And in a few years' time, data is going to take over everything that we are doing. So, importantly is ability to see the opportunity and take advantage. Use technology to the fullest. Technology is important. Technology is not the answer, but it's a means to get you to where you want to be. So that's why we are very excited that we'll be working with Alibaba also in Malaysia and hopefully to create more opportunity. Second story, everybody talk about Kodak. Okay, we all know that they have failed. And you may think that Kodak failed because they missed this big digital photography space. But I think we may also want to know that, was it because of technology? Actually, it's not. Because Kodak was the first who came out with the digital photography technology. They have the technology. They have the product. They had the innovation unit inside Kodak who came up with fantastic idea. But why did they fail? They failed because the decision-making platform did not want to embrace the change. They thought they can continue to enjoy the fruit of they have developed for many years, and the world will not change. The world will follow how they want to do it. But then internet came, everybody, social media, consumer behavior changed. When you fail to understand what consumer want, that's where the business will bring you nowhere. So Kodak is not purely because of technology. It's not able to see the opportunity and understand the force around them, the consumer behavior change. That's why they fail. Of course, today they are trying to pick up the pieces. They are moving on to something else, which is a good thing for Kodak, we would say, because they had to come out of the bankruptcy status. But on hindsight, if the board at that time, like Jordan said, okay, you don't risk everything because nobody knows that digital photography will be the one that's going to completely wipe out the traditional one except for the professional photographer. But if, let's say, they have put some bet on it and do something about it, it will be a totally different story altogether. So these are two well-known cases. Third one is something that we like to just share a little bit. There's a non-tech business started embracing digital innovation. This is a furniture company from, I'll just say it, it's actually Ikea. We know that heat harvest is a technology for a long time, sitting in the lab. Many people come up with some small innovation solutions based on that. But they're clever. They go to the lab, I think it's called 10 Space, right? And they work with someone who look at the opportunity, turn this heat harvest into some charging solution. So, and of course, it's also in line with the world who wants clean energy. You're looking for healthy living. So what they do is, I come up with the product. I can actually embed it underneath the table, the coffee table, the breakfast table. Nobody see it. So, of course, you drink hot coffee in the morning. Many people don't drink cold coffee. Even some people in Malaysia do that. So my hot coffee, my hot tea, my hot chocolate, my hot whatever, I put on that, and it will be converted into energy, and I can charge it my handphone while I'm sitting there enjoying my breakfast, maybe with the family. Imagine, and this is some innovation. And isn't it great that if you don't want to think about technology can change the way how we do things, you are still thinking about how do I change, how do I plug it in, how do I still draw the energy source, but I do it wirelessly. But this is totally not using the traditional way. Just one example. And this is one example that our platform is going to open up to the participants on our program moving forward. I promise you 3 stories, so these are 3 stories. Of course, we have a lot more to do. So now, come to Value Innovation Platform. What is it? It's a very structured approach. Say, startups or innovation need not necessarily be chaotic. And it shouldn't be. It has to be structured, because only with a structured way, then you know that what you are going to expect and what are you going to receive. So 4 steps: awareness. What we are doing today is about awareness. And what we are doing with the Age is awareness. Our future-proofing series is about getting more and more people talking about the changes, about the environment change, about opportunities. Because only when you are aware, when you are curious about what does that mean to you, then you will be taking action, like making a decision to come to this room today and have more engagement with us, with potential partners, as well as your fellow colleagues from the different vertical sector. So after we have the awareness and you say, I want to take the next step to do something about it, that's when we go to the Calibrate stage, where we'll sit down one-on-one and understand what is the opportunities you are trying to leverage, what are the problems you are trying to solve. Again, like Jordan said, I am not going to tell you that, because it's not my opportunity. It's also not my problem. It's your opportunities. It's your problem. But there will be a structured way to help you to uncover it. Right question will be asked so that we'll uncover what is going to work for you, that's going to benefit you, benefit your business. And of course, after that, next stage is sandbox. I think we all know sandbox. When you are kids, you play in sandbox. And today's sandbox is also used by anyone else in this world. It's actually nothing more than a controlled environment where you can play with it and you know that it's not going to kill anybody, because you're going to have an environment, safe environment, experiment with the ideas. When you have a prototype, you want to play with it, that's where you go. And obviously, we are hoping that we don't stop there, and we shouldn't stop there. Otherwise, Jordan's core challenge and lesson learned, a pitfall will be reality. We don't want that. So that's why the practical how is really important. Once you have the sandbox solutions out, we want you to take it to your organization, start implementing it, making it work for you, making it bring benefits to your company. So it's very simple. VIP helps identify pain points, opportunities, and convert them into new sources of growth for the company. That is the intention, and we want to make this happen. What is VIP? Value Innovation Program. And we love that name, isn't it? Because value should be given VIP treatment. That's why it's VIP. And obviously, I would also like to take this opportunity to acknowledge our partners who has already agreed to come on board as the early adopters of VIP. First one is DG Pavan. They have a very interesting value proposition moving forward. You created something called DGX to fully focus on digital business. You'll be asking, we thought DG is a digital business. They are a telco company. And they see that they need to disrupt themselves in order for them to reap the benefit. It's not just for survivor. Because based on our discussion with them, they're going to do a lot. That's why they are coming on board, working with us. We hope to be able to work with DG to realize the potential. Our second participant is Gamuda. Thank you. Mr. Chow, MD, is here. We all know Gamuda, I think, the famous infrastructure and property company. They also have a lot of ideas they would like to turn into reality. Opportunities, again, discover opportunities. And as well as looking at how to bring more value into some of the existing business, because I cannot say too much about this, because it's a process that we're going through. A third organization is Tenaga. I am looking at, where's our, cannot find. I was told that, okay, the sponsor, unfortunately, has to go overseas, so she cannot be here with us. But we have a Tenaga rep in this room. You had to find him to find out what they have in mind. Maybe one of the things I talk about, the Ikea thing, can be something for Tenaga to think about, and many other things. All right, so very quickly, I'm coming to the end already. It cannot be possible because MDEC, as a government agencies, we facilitate, we create environment. We link people together. We connect all the dots. We need people to help us to make this happen. So very happy to say that Rainmaking Innovation, Jordan and his team will be helping us to facilitate the 4 steps moving forward for the companies. Thank you, Jordan. And we also have APW. I don't know where is. Okay. If you have not been to that place, it's very cool place. Very suitable for startup and the scale ups and also corporate. It's fantastic coffee as well. They have co-working space and all those things. You have to try the coffee at APW. Again, coffee is not the only thing, of course, but it helps. And that's because they already have an environment created to have the startup, scale ups, and corporate to come together to make it work. And they are our partner in this space. Okay, so I hope everybody is convinced that you must find a way to disrupt with a purpose. Harish, with purpose. Without purpose, don't disrupt. Like Jordan will tell you the egg farm story later if you want to know more. So you don't disrupt for no reason. You must be a purpose. And if you do nothing, rest assured, no matter what we do, we'll be disrupted. So make the right choice, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. And I'll leave you with one video. And that's the end. Oh, while waiting for that, before I forget, if you want to know more, please look for my colleagues around the room who is wearing this Let's Accelerate badge. They'll tell you more about how you can work with us. And MDEC has a lot of programs. We don't have all the answer. We are going to work with you. And at the counter, sign up whatever you want to discuss with us. Thank you.